What's goody world? I'm back with the homie Nick. I just wrapped up the Marine tactics, you know, the booklet that tells you to blow up everything, blow up any building before you walk into it. Blow up the door, the steps, the basement, the attic. You got something in the attic you want, just blow up the attic and let it fall down on you. And then whatever you're looking for, it's gonna land on you. Y'all gotta teach me about them grenades, cause I am lost. My boy said, throw everything at the building before you go in. Not a flash grenade. No, level the place before you enter it. Anyways, here we go. Fat Electrician EOD. I read the thumbnail this time. Explosive Ordnance Disposal. Teach me something, Nick. Let rock.
Buckle up, we're talking about EOD. This video is brought to you by an anonymous sponsor. He's an EOD technician. He had his life saved by a VRC-40 and his crew and wanted to say thank you. If you don't know what EOD is, it stands for Explosive Ordnance Disposal. These are the guys from the movie The Hurt Locker. If you don't know what that is, they defuse bombs. Now,
I seen The Hurt Locker. That had a good ass cast. Oh man, I forget my boy name. Well, it don't matter. Good movie. Okay. I'm okay. I think I remember what Hurt Locker was about.
Ordnance Disposal. These are the guys from the movie The Hurt Locker. If you don't know what that is, they defuse bombs. Now, I realize I said that most people in the military are crazy, but this is a whole nother flavor of crazy altogether. You have to realize these men and women only get one bad day at work, and they do not fuck around. When these men and women show up on site, you feel...
Nick, bruh. My boy said they only get one bad day at work because a bad day at work mean they didn't defuse the bomb and the bomb blew them to smithereens. They only get one bad day at work. That's crazy, Nick. That's crazy.
Get one bad day at work, and they do not fuck around. When these men and women show up on site, you feel like a little boy helping his dad in the garage. It's your job to hold the flashlight and shut the fuck up. An EOD technician that is actively defusing a bomb. One of the only other situations in the military I can think of that qualifies as what I would call medic level protection. One guy's watching the EOD tech, everyone else has their back to him with
medic level detection as far as doc. So you don't fuck with doc and you don't fuck with EOD. Okay, I can go for that. Defusing a bomb. One of the only other situations in the military I can think of that qualifies as what I would call medic level protection. One guy's watching the EOD tech, everyone else has their back to him with their guns pointed outward. They do not like even having people within eye shot of the EOD technician while he's working. Dang. For several reasons. They do not want anybody watching so that they can remote detonate that explosive device. They also do not want anybody recording so they can learn how EOD technicians defuse bombs. If there's a car driving towards the EOD technician while he's working, the 50 cal gunner will cut that car in half. No one is getting to that guy. Anybody that tries is probably just going to end up being a giant earthworm playground. But all this is only for the big bombs. The unconventional stuff that doesn't happen day to day. See, what you probably don't realize is that the majority... Unconventional? What the fuck are the other bombs? What's the other bombs, y'all? A bomb is a bomb, ain't it? I understand some bombs blow up more things when they detonate. But a bomb is a bomb. Is there a bomb that don't blow up much? What am I missing? What am I missing here, y'all?
Anybody that tries is probably just going to end up being a giant earthworm playground. But all this is only for the big bombs. The unconventional stuff that doesn't happen day to day. See, what you probably don't realize is that the majority of the time, the best way to get rid of an explosive device is to blow it the fuck up. They do that a lot.
So it take a bomb to blow up a bomb. You blow up a bomb by using the bomb. Okay, fuck it. Okay. It's just that just sound like a bigger bomb, but all right, let go.
At the time, the best way to get rid of an explosive device is to blow it the fuck up. They do that a lot. Their favorite way to do it is just have everybody back up and shoot it with a 12-gauge shotgun. I'm not kidding. Okay. But sometimes we can turn it into a cool game. See, to make this video,
I thought he was saying just blow up the bomb with another bomb. He just saying just detonate the bomb, get the shit to blow up. Okay.
Shotgun. I'm not kidding. But sometimes we can turn it into a cool game. See, to make this video, I interviewed several EOD technicians. One of the questions I asked was, what was the funnest and or most unconventional way that you've ever detonated an IED? And those answers included, we would get in a tank and then use the tank to push a random car over the bomb and blow it up. We would get in a helicopter and duck use the tank to push detonated an IED. And those answers included, we would get in a tank and then use the tank to push a random car over the bomb and blow it up. We would get in a helicopter and duct tape a road flare to a propane tank and drop it near the bomb and then shoot at the propane tank. Sometimes they would just have the tank gunner shoot it. I'll give you another example.
Have y'all ever done that? Anybody watching, have you guys ever detonated a bomb from a distance? Have you ever dated? And I'm not talking about the like you set the bomb and it's y'all bomb, y'all test driving bombs. That ain't what y'all test bombing bombs. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about enemy's bomb. Oh shit! Call EOD. Here comes EOD. Everybody back up. Nah, let's get in the helicopter, strap this shit to a propane tank, and shoot at the Has anybody ever done that? I need to know. Shoot
at the propane tank. Sometimes they would just have the tank gunner shoot it. I'll give you another example. Danger putty is edible, but it gives you the shits. It's also most commonly detonated using electricity. So when there's a new guy in the EOD club, we'd convince him that it was a rite of passage to eat a certain amount of angry Play-Doh. Then they would tell him not to get shocked or it may detonate. At which point they would all pull out tasers and chase him until he shit his pants. Because that's the type of morbid sense of humor you develop when it's your job to defuse bombs for a living. But it is because of that morbid sense of humor that they have an enormous set of testicles and or over.
I know you fucking lying to me, Nick. Yeah, you lying. You gotta be lying. It's a rite of passage to eat C4. We ain't gonna call it angry Play-Doh. We gonna call it C4. So you eating bomb. Though. And then your homies are chasing you around with tasers, trying to detonate you. Talk to me, y'all. Talk to me. Tell me it take this much C4 and not this much C4 to detonate. Tell me that. Tell me they not getting this dude to eat half a C4 block and then chasing him with tasers. I can't believe it. Ain't no way. What kind of hazing is that? Nah, that shit different.
You see, this bomb suit right here is just up when it's your job to defuse bombs for a living. But it is because of that morbid sense of humor that they have an enormous set of testicles and or ovaries.
Facts.
You see, this bomb suit right here is just for show. Usually the ordnance they are dealing with is so massive that they would be disintegrated whether they wore that thing or not. It's for that reason it's oftentimes just left in the truck. They figure if it's their time to go, they might as well do it not hot and sweaty. Now when I think about EOD, I think about Doc. While Doc may be willing to run through gunfire to save you, EOD is willing to roll the dice on getting dematerialized. It is because of that willingness to sacrifice themselves to save the grunts, that the grunts will protect them at all costs. In conclusion, whether their shoulder says EOD or the grunts call them DOC, just leave them alone because if they're not going home, neither are you.
Oh, this is this is the guy dedicated to the life and the memory of Robert Landers. A fan. That TikTok sign in a way. Fortunately, was unable to send me about to. I don't know what it says. Let me let it keep going. Damn, it didn't clear up. Damn, man. Okay, so EODs, they right next to Doc. You don't fuck with Doc, you don't fuck with EOD, or you gotta go. You no longer exist on this planet. You gotta leave. Something has to happen to you in particular all right. I can go for that. All right. So I'm gonna move on. I'm on a shorts run today. Y'all. My son out of school. I gotta squeeze him in while I can squeeze him in. Oh man, I'm surprised he didn't knock on the door just now. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm catching y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.